Hello, welcome back to our fourth installment of our gardening program for the spring. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some great gifts that you can give to the gardeners in your life, or if you're the gardener, maybe some things you can share. I'm Mindy Turner with the Curry County Cooperative Extension Service, your Family and Consumer Science agent, and I'm glad to have you with us here today. So far, we've talked a little bit about what we should plant and when we should plant, and maybe how to plant it. We learned about hydroponics and putting together a hydroponics kit. What a great gift that you could give to someone, or maybe even donate to a classroom or a senior center, something along those lines. We're going to talk today about some other ideas, some cute things you can put together to give and share with others as far as giving gardening related products. So first of all, I just want to say there's a lot of great gift baskets out there. Now, we all know we love a good gift basket, getting to go through and find all kinds of fun things. And what really makes it is that cute container. So in the gardening world, there's a lot of things that we can start with to make that container. Maybe there's a cute gardening tote with some pockets you can put stuff in, or a really fancy watering can. I saw earlier today at several actually of the discount stores right now are carrying different types of gardening products, and a lot of things are even starting to go toward clearance. So finding some really cute watering cans or gardening baskets to carry your vegetables back and forth in can be a great way to start the base of a gift basket. So one of the really fun ones that I shared with you guys in the newsletter was actually using a watering hose. This is one of my favorite things. When I was in college, I painted these fancy gardening hose holders for my grandfathers, one on each side. And I painted the little plaque and put it on there so they could hang it on the house with the hose. And then I bought a gardening hose to go with it. And what they were really excited about was the new hose. So everybody can always use a new gardening hose, particularly where we live, where there's sharp things and things that puncture and they stay out in the sun and they end up cracking. So it's an excellent thing to have on hand is a gardening hose. You can get different lengths at different prices. This is an inexpensive one. It's only a 50-foot one, and so it's a smaller one. But you can use it if you want to take it just like it is, where it's got the piece in the bottom, that is the label, and set it up to make a basket where you can add things to it. Or you can actually take that piece off and then pull it up higher and just use, these are just standard zip ties, okay, where you can work it as you go so that you begin to work it up and zip tie those pieces together until you have a taller basket that you then can add items to. So for the purpose of today, we're just going to leave it flat like this and talk about what are some of the cool things that you could put in there. Anything that is handy in the garden, doesn't have to be expensive. Some very simple gardening tools. This was less than $3 for 2 of them, okay, that you can add to that. Spray bottles can be really handy for applying different types of things if they're treating or putting something on their plants, or even just going out for a spritz and a water, especially when they're starting seedlings. A spray bottle is a handy thing to have. Gloves. Again, this is a set of 3. You can put all 3 sets, or you can break this down into multiple gift baskets, but an inexpensive way, or you can buy fancy colored ones or flowery ones. There's all kinds of things out there that you can add to your gift to kind of make it pop. And then, of course, when we talk about putting things in the garden, we want things we can grow. So you can get a variety of plants, of course. This is just a little pepper plant we can stick in there to finish that off. Seeds that they can take and plant to grow. You can add a bag of potting soil. A smaller bag would just sit right down in here. Okay, maybe some different types of dish towels, kneeling pads, things like that that they might want to use that you can add, again, to add for color. I think we're only going to fit one since I put all that stuff in there. You can add it for color, give it a little decoration, but it's also something handy that people can use. And we always want to give gifts that are useful, that people are going to appreciate. So that's an easy, simple way to put something together with a useful container. Okay, another idea, we talked with Ms. Zandy about starting our plants in these little trays and just taking the pot. Well, there it is. It's got the little trays already in there with the pieces. You can throw in the gloves, you can throw in some seeds, have that ready to go for them, and use that as your gifting container. So lots of options, lots of cute, fun things. So it's also, if you're the gardener, think about, okay, what have I got? Maybe I have a lot of squash or a lot of tomatoes. People love to get fresh vegetables or fresh flowers if that's what you grow. And there's all kinds of simple, easy containers as well for that. These are just some old mason jars that we could use. You can also, we talk about gifting a garden in a jar. You can put your seed packets down in here where they can take that out. Maybe add, again, a little bit of potting soil, whatever you kind of want to add to that. Or if they are flower gardeners and you want to just get some bulbs, fill the jar up with bulbs. You can add a cute little figurine to the top, or you can just put a cute tag. There's some of the things we see a lot of times with gardening gifts for teachers. Right now, a lot of people are getting ready for Bible school or swim lessons or things where you want to thank somebody for what they've done. And so you put that tag on there, thank you for helping us grow. Thank you for planting the seeds of knowledge, and being able to kind of tie that in while giving them a fun, useful gift that they can use throughout the spring and summer for their gardening. We also talked a little bit about teacup gardens. Now, super cute idea. This is a recycled one. It's one of my 4-H ones from an event. So you can do a couple things. You can actually drill holes in the bottom, or you can just add that little bit of gravel like we talked about with all of our pots for drainage in there, and put in some soil, put in a little plant. Some of our flowering plants like we talked about before would be really cute in this, or it'd be a really fun way. Maybe put 2 or 3 in the window with some herbs and spices growing in those, and wouldn't that be a cute thing to do? Okay, so lots of ideas and fun things you can do. If you're a DIYer and you really just want something you can make yourself, here's a cute, simple craft. Can be you, can be the kids. Great thing to do that you can share with the gardeners in your life. And these are just garden stakes. Now, this is a set of just plastic spoons. Could also be wooden spoons. The reason we pick these is they're very inexpensive, okay, but they also represent what we need to represent. So you can see, stick them in the ground, there's your stake. This one is the carrot, and I just did a little polka dot design on it. Okay, so these, like I said, this whole set for 4 was around $2, okay? And all I did for mine, I just took permanent markers, decided what I wanted to put on each spoon. Right now I have a turnip, a tomato, and a carrot. And so on this one, I decided I would go ahead and do a pumpkin. And so we're just going to kind of rough in a little pumpkin shape. Okay, hopefully y'all can see that. And add a little onto it to kind of decorate it up. So we've got a stem and a little curly vine coming off for a pumpkin. And then, of course, just in case, we're going to write the word pumpkin on there. Okay? Cute little garden stake. Stick it right in the ground, and it's going to label where the pumpkins are. And like I said, I would add a little design, something on there. I've done curly cues and little number signs, pound signs, hashtags, putting on your generation, what you might call those. And then some polka dots. With this one, I might do little triangles because pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns makes me think of triangles. But just to kind of decorate that up, you can do lots of different patterns. You can dip them in paint if you want them to be different colors, and then put your decorations on them. So lots of fun things that you can do. You might then spray these with just acrylic sealer to keep the marker from coming off, or use them for one season, redo them, take them out and fix them. Fun gifts, simple things we can do to recognize how important it is to grow things, and what a wonderful gift that we can share with others. Again, I'm Mindy Turner with the Curry County Cooperative Extension Service. You can go on to our website, curryextension.nmsu.edu, and there you'll find lots of information about what we do in Extension. You can link to our statewide publications with tons of educational information about gardening and other health and wellness type things, you can also sign up to receive our newsletter or ask a question to our ag expert or myself if it's something related to family health and wellness. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about gardening with this series, and we will see you back here in a couple months. Thank you.